And the United States and Japan signed an agreement on Tuesday securing the supply of critical minerals and rare earths. Now, this comes as U.S. President Donald Trump, on the second leg of his Asia tour, met with Japan's Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi. Now, Takaichi greeted Trump at the Prime Minister's residence in Tokyo, her first face-to-face meeting with a U.S. leader just days after she took office. The talks focused on trade and security a week after the hardline conservative became Japan's first female leader and vowed to accelerate a military build-up. Also, the objective of the deal is to assist both the countries in achieving resilience and security of critical minerals and rare earth supply chains. Takaichi emphasized the nation's bond and thanked Trump for enduring friendship with former PM Shinzo Abe and said that she wants to realize the new golden age of Japan-US alliance. Trump said that Washington is an ally of the strongest level.
An ally at the strongest level, and it's a great honor to be with you, especially so early in what will be, I think, one of the greatest prime ministers.
Well, Trump is due to deliver a speech on Tuesday on the USS George Washington aircraft carrier docked at the U.S. naval base Yokosuka. He will also have dinner with business leaders, likely including the chairman of car maker Toyota. Trump arrived in Tokyo on Monday for a visit sandwiched between a trip to Malaysia and a meeting in South Korea with Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping that could ease the bruising trade war between the world's two biggest economies, sparked by sweeping U.S. tariffs. Also, the car industry accounts for around 8% of jobs in Japan. Most Japanese imports into the U.S. are subject to tariffs of 15%, less painful than the 25% first threatened, but still contributing to a 24% slump in U.S.-bound car exports in September in value terms year-on-year. And for more, we have Dibyendu Mondal joining us on this. Well, Dibyendu, with Takaichi boosting Japan's defense spending and U.S. kind of pushing for more, how does this meeting reshape the U.S.-Japan security alliance and signal Japan's stance to China and North Korea especially?
Well, Nipakshi, this meeting is crucial because this is the first meeting after the new Prime Minister of Japan has taken over, and this is the first meeting between the U.S. President and the Japanese Prime Minister. This also comes amidst, the tariff war that has unleashed with, as you also mentioned, about the two greatest economies, in fact, two largest economies, the U.S. and China. And Japan is, of course, an important key player in the Indo-Pacific region. And the meeting with President Trump and the Japanese Prime Minister in fact, seems to be fruitful because both the leaders have shared a cordial relation with each other in their very first meeting. And, already the US and Japan already had a tariff, negotiation in place, and the tariff that Trump had slammed on the Japanese side was just 15%, contrary to what most of the other economies in the world have faced. So, which clearly shows that the US and Japan share cordial bond in terms of trade and commerce is concerned. And this meeting is, of course, going to be reshaping how the Indo-Pacific region is functioning, also because of the fact that, remember, Donald Trump has asked the Japanese side to increase their defense spending. And I believe, the Japanese side have also agreed to increasing their defense spending to about 2% of their GDP. So therefore, this meeting seems to be a fruitful one between the US president and the Japanese side. And this, of course, as I said, is the first visit of the US president to Japan after the new Prime Minister, who is, of course, a conservative leader, has taken over office, and, of course, also the first female Prime Minister of Japan, the Pakshi.
All right, Dibyendu, also, how is Trump using this Tokyo visit, including the $550 billion Japanese investment and the potential trade deals which we might see, to strengthen the U.S. position in the Indo-Pacific trade talks especially?
Well, Lipakshi, the U.S. Plays a very important role in the Indo-Pacific region, and the this particular deal of the defense deal of $550 billion will play an important role because, as I said, U.S. remains a very important and one of the largest players in the Indo-Pacific region, and the and also. President Trump is touring the Asian part of the Indo-Pacific region, where he will also be meeting. He'll also be having a meeting in South Korea. So therefore, this deal is going to further give much needed impetus as well as bolster the Indo-Pacific countries that needs to stand together at a time when China is trying to bring aggression in the Indo-Pacific region and also bringing laying claims on certain region in that area. So therefore, the countries that are an ally of the United States are showing that they are together in and further deals in terms of these aspects will of course keep the US ally in this region stronger.
Absolutely. Also, Debindu, what message is Trump trying to send about the U.S. influence in Asia through his meeting with the Emperor Naruhito and a speech also, which is a very important speech aboard the USS George Washington?
Well, Lipakshi, U.S. already had an interest in this particular region of the world because of the strategic position in this part of the world. So of course, the message and the meeting of U.S. President with the Emperor of Japan is crucial to give out a message to all the countries in this particular region that Japan remains a stronger ally of Washington, as well as as I said that the Indo-Pacific region is a crucial part of this entire Southeast Asian region. So therefore, the US wants to have a bigger share of that pie and in fact to keep China in control. So therefore, this meeting and the US president's visit to the Southeast Asian region plays an important role in this entire optics that you see on camera, and you will be seeing in the coming days as well when he goes for his third leg of visit in South Korea.
Absolutely, a very important visit indeed. Thank you so much, Debindu, for all those details.